I don't know why I'm creating this thread. Maybe I just want to tell someone, without being afraid that they'll think I'm crazy. No, I have friends who have seen both lights in the sky and light seeping through the cracks in a tent. I've heard a few stories like that. But when I think about what I saw and heard that night, I get scared. Even now, I'm afraid to talk about it. Afraid of being misunderstood. Imagine this, Anon. You're 9 years old, lying in bed. You don't feel like sleeping, but you're told to. You toss and turn. You stare at the ceiling and see car headlights passing by, hour after hour. No sleep. The television is on in the room next door. Then it goes quiet. Silence. It's summer. It's hot. And your sheets are soaked with sweat. There are no cars now. In the distance you hear a dull, rhythmic thumping. Slow, steady, it gets louder. It's impossible to confuse it with a heartbeat. And then, something else joins in. I don't know how to describe it. A quiet moan of dozens of hoarse throats in perfect unison, changing modulations. I can't even find the right letters to describe it. There's no sound like this in the our language. I remember, what terrified me was not the oddness of the situation, not the deep and powerful sound itself, but its synchronization, how it perfectly matched the drum beats. Boom, the moan stretches out, fades, boom, boom, moan, boom. There was no pain or threat in the moan, no grief or joy. It was like a drum beat, a lifeless instrument. The source of the sound was getting closer. I remember, I wasn't scared, just curious. I got out of bed, crawled over to the windowsill, and lifted my head to see the street. In the darkness, lit only by the flickering yellow traffic lights, people were walking. I saw the silhouettes of men and women. They walked like it was an ordinary day, as if they were just out for a walk. But there was something strange. They kept perfect formation, several people in a row, about a meter apart. I couldn't see their faces from the window. There were so many of them. The line stretched across the square. I saw how the head of the line vanished into the darkness of Lenin Street, but I never saw the end. In the next room, my mother woke up. She rushed to me, standing by the window, grabbed me, and pushed me to the floor, covering my mouth. That's when I got scared. She lay next to me, whispering, holding me tight, while the drums outside quieted down. We couldn't fall asleep that night. In the morning, she went to see a neighbor, a friend of hers. She came back a few hours later and told me not to tell anyone about what I saw or heard that night. I asked, "What was that?" several times, but she just brushed me off, saying, "You'll understand when you grow up." And she seemed really nervous. The last time I asked her, she beat me, though she'd never raised her hand before. Now, she pretends nothing ever happened. Anon, I grew up, and I still don't understand. But every year, it becomes harder and harder to think about that night.